Good morning, everybody. I wanted to take the time to update the official anti-rattle zip tie procedure for these cars. I started with this one on the front of the air horn here, and I zip tie that around the wiring harness. I've done that to my personal Mirage as well. I got the G4, but my bushings are in good shape. That was enough to totally shut mine up. This one has higher mileage and a little more shaky rattle, and the bushings are more wore out on it. So this one was doing a lot of boogie and was pretty damn loud. So, Master Hillbilly here, not scared of the zip ties at all. What I figured out could be done is you can pass zip ties through the sides of these latches where you got daylight. There's a few more. Find them where you want to. I fed the zip ties through there and went around the bottom of the studs that are designed to hold the damn thing. So that has almost completely silenced this one. I did one on this back corner here where the horn runs into the filter box around that stay bolt. And this, I did the back side of the air horn and the front side, the resonator box, whatever you want to call it. Both are wrapped around the bottom of this guy, and I'm going to trim them up now, of course. I left them long, but that sure shut that one up real good. If yours has super wore out bushings, consider feeding the zip ties through the eyes and around the bottom of the bolts that are supposed to hold the thing together anyway. There you go. Last thing before we turn this loose, I stayed on rattle patrol. I noted that the rear spoiler was rattling quite a bit, and I came back here and I found that it was rattling against the rear window. So I took some pieces of colorful split loom tubing I got. I cut two little lengths and I slid them between the glass and that. So now that's held in tension and that doesn't rattle at all anymore. It only made noise when it was loaded up idling and reverse, things like that. That shut that right up. So between that and the zip ties, this thing sounds like a different damn car. Cool beans, let's turn it loose to them. They should be real happy. All right, best I can tell, this is likely the original CVT fluid in this 2015 Mirage with a little over 70,000 miles on it. I'm hoping it's just dirty and, well, let's see what that looks like. I'm going to drop it. I'm going to drop the pan. I'm going to change both the side and the bottom filter and refill the bastard with Valvoline CVT fluid. Ooh. Ooh. Well, let's go to somewhat reddish tint to it. I don't know if there's a magnet on that drain plug or not, but I really don't pull the fluid none, so that's cool. Why is there red fluid in it anyway? This son of a bitch is full of regular transmission fluid. Oh Lord, okay. That's good. Not. Well, hopefully it'll drive better after I change this shit out then. Unfortunately, that's a lot of nasty on them magnets. Now, I have seen worse. We're going to proceed. I thought only 3 quarts of transmission fluid was supposed to come out the bottom of this. Looks like there's almost 7 come out. Okay, out with bad. Maybe I won't have as much trapped in the torque converter as I think. We're just going to proceed with the mission. That's what we're going to do here. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Wild Man Willie here, and we got the Mirage up on the deck. We're continuing with the work we started yesterday. Folks, that sucked yesterday. I'm just now getting my head back on track, but here we are. As you can see, I have gone ahead and installed my new bottom filter on this Mitsubishi. This came in bags marked Mitsubishi genuine parts. I don't see no damn stamping on what's here. I didn't see any on the original either. Hopefully they ain't counterfeit parts. They do seem to fit correctly and not be fucked up. So that's the new bottom filter in. There is a side filter. There's a side filter underneath this calf, which I can see that better with the phone than I can access it myself. But there's a little 10 millimeter bolt. and that guy gonna rotate and come out of there, and there's a cartridge filter inside. So we're gonna take care of that after I get the pan bolted back up, so I don't get any trash on the bottom side of the transmission. Pan side, of course I did my thing and painted the shit out of the pan. I had it key lime, which was a relatively close color, but not exactly. And then I blew my gasket tack all over it on the other side, which I always do since 1937. Helps this shit seal, which makes it ugly as fuck, but that's okay. It's a transmission pan. You can tell I was here. I have glued my gasket to my transmission pan. That's going to stay right where I have it with the eye holes lined up. And you'll hear people say different things. Everybody's got their own way. I do not use RTV to help these things along. I use this spray a gasket sealant. It's Aquanet hairspray and red dye for a gasket. It keeps the gasket where you put it. It's sticky. Does it help seal? Well, maybe a tiny bit. Does it help me keep my seal where it's supposed to be while I seal it? Yes. Does it fuck up my new seal? No. So I'm going to stick the magnets in this thing, and we're going to drop that other filter outside. All back together, and we're going in with the fluid, which looks very different than what came out. As you can see there, it's neither red nor blue, as I thought I remembered this stuff having little beads in it at one point. But in fact, it is straw colored, looks like brake fluid. Or any other oil. Imagine that. That's a funnel inside a funnel. We're pretty safe here. So that's looking good. That's 2 liters in. I measured what came out as precisely as possible, and there was hardly any appreciable spillage. So it looks like we're going to put 4.1 quarts back in this is what actually came out of it. Or liters, excuse me. So yeah, a little bit of fudge on that, but I know what should be there. I got that filter assembly back on the side of the engine. That was fun. Had to have fun with that O-ring. And I got my pan all sealed up and marked. Look at that. Looks like I'm proud that I lived here. So, the green car has the green transmission fluid pan, and we're putting not green fluid back in. We're going to take a little test drive in a minute and see how bad the new fluid fouls, as there is still some left in the torque converter. Anyway, step 1 through 8 complete. Here we go.